Hey guys, my name is Jay Blower, allaboutastro.com, Three Rivers Foundation at 3rf.org, and cbbho.com, I believe it is. And so a lot of different connections I have. Hopefully you can see me because I can't see it this way, but I wanted to do the front-facing camera on this for the video. But what I want to show you is go ahead and show you a little bit more about the scope here. And I thought you would appreciate a video of the WO-110. And this, of course, is the f6.5 version. And it is really sharp. It's by TEC Optics. Of course, it's an oil space triplet, and which what makes this just a renowned instrument. The two best scopes I've really ever looked at visibly were both oil space triplets. One was a AP130 EDF Starfire, and probably my all-time favorite is a 7-inch TEC 180 FL fluorite version. And they're just spectacular views, high contrast, just gorgeous images. This, of course, is one I've had for a while, but I just haven't used it, and so I've looked through it a few times, enough to start test it to know it's kind of nice. And I would suggest to you that right there, that little blemish, is the only little blemish on really the scope. I mean, there's maybe a couple of little marks here and there, just to show you, well, maybe right there a little bit. It comes into focus, there it is. But a little bit stuff like that, maybe on the end a little bit, but I don't think that's paint wearing as much as it's just a little bit of maybe discoloration. I don't know, because it isn't rough. It doesn't feel bad at all. But of course, you'd probably expect that on the dew shield. Just give you a look at the business end, which is an awful test of an instrument trying to do this, because reflections and everything show you all sorts of flaws. But there's the f6.5. A little hard to see just because I think I'm a little bit too dark tonight, but we'll see. Just to show you, it is the TEC, and there it is. The scope itself would come with this bottom plate, which is a Losmandy mounted, of course, and it's a William Optics brand. It'll come with the rings, which are in nice shape. The felt on the inside of the rings are really nice. I would also include this finder. I think it's a 40 millimeter, but I don't remember if they mark it a 40 or 50. I just kind of eyeballed it, but you get the idea. This has the reticle that lights up as well, which is nice. Comes with a bracket, as I would sell it. And you see here, and really there's not a whole lot to dislike about this instrument. It's really pretty. So there you go, a little bit. Here's the focuser. Of course, I've got it completely racked out by now. I would also include this 2-inch photo adapter, just because, and I would include maybe the Nikon T-ring if you really need the T-ring. Otherwise, I just prefer to keep it. You'd have to tell me if that's what you want. I don't mind giving it away. But otherwise, and you'll see that this is a rotating focuser that actually rotates very smoothly like this. So, and you can see that it moves a little bit. You can see when it's rotating, but once you lock it, it doesn't budge. And I'm trying to jiggle on the camera there. Of course, the focuser is pretty smooth. This is the stock focuser that comes with it. There is absolutely no real issues here, and it's stable. I'm not really trying to. You have to be careful, because I'm having actually issues with this. Even racked out this far, that camera does not come into focus. So if you are really going to get into the photography with it, especially if you're going to use really a modern CCD camera, one of those heavy things with a filter wheel, I don't know that I would necessarily put my I've got a 16803 FLI with a big old 5 filter wheel on it, and I'm not it's not a 5 filter, it's a 7 filter, isn't it? But I'm not sure I would try to put this on the back. I just don't know if it would be beefy enough for that. So I'm gonna have to let you make that judgment. But I think a lot of people who are getting into the DSLR photography, of course, you can see this is a Nikon D810A, but just if you're getting into that kind of thing, then, and again, it doesn't come to focus with this, so there has to be some other type of extension maybe that goes into this as well. Maybe 2 of these. I pulled it out a little bit, and I think if I had another inch, it would definitely come into focus there. So you probably need 2 of these that would screw into each other. It's funny, I've got another one of these in my storage, and I wish I would have brought it now, but I could have easily checked that. But anyway, I've been doing this kind of stuff for an awful long time. If you go to allaboutastro.com, I have a lot of my photography there. I don't do as much photography anymore. I'm more into building observatories and some of those kind of things. But and I teach school, but high school. Math of all things. But anyway, it is something that I would love to have a reason to keep it, but if I went to my shed right now, I would show you a 6-inch TEC WO-110 and a 5-inch Esprit Skywatcher, and I've got a baby Q in there, an 85. I mean, just all sorts of crazy stuff you wouldn't believe. But I've been fortunate enough to be around some really good people, and to be able to, even though I'm a school teacher, just be able to have equipment kind of drop in my lap. But been doing it for a long time, over 20 years now, and really proud of what I've done in the hobby, and really it's just spreading it on to other people. So I'm hoping that somebody will take this off my hand. I hate equipment that it goes unused, and so it's just a pet peeve of mine, and so I'm hoping that somebody would really make a good use of this, find a good home for it. I venture to say that if you're not doing photography with it, then you would probably find it just a superior visual telescope. Anyway, I might have mentioned Tom Trusock did a review of this back in 2005, and you know, it's very well known. I didn't show you this side of it, and hopefully it'll focus here a little bit, but that's you know, that QC pass sticker on the bottom hadn't even been scratched. I mean, it's beautiful, and that is a serial number of 05036. So we'll just see if it'll come in. It's a little bit dark, my apologies. I have another video that I could also show, but I used the front-facing camera for that. It may turn out better, but there it is right there. Really nice. Just I think you would enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.